Hey guys, welcome to my 15th linear algebra tutorial, and in this tutorial I will be showing you the whole process of finding inverse of 3 by 3 matrix. In my previous tutorial I just showed you the guideline, and now as you can see we have a matrix which is A, and we have the identity matrix I for 3 by 3 matrix, and now we combine this both A and I, and we have, as you can see, I have written here in the form, this is A and this is the identity matrix I. So in my next step you can see that I have applied the row echelon form. So we can see here we have the leading one, so we don't need to touch this. We have to make all the elements below this leading one zeros, so we multiply -2 with R1 row 1 and then add row 2, and we get the results of row 2. So -2 into R1, that is 1, plus row 2 2, so -2 plus 2 we get 0, so we put the value. And for the next element we see that -2 multiply 2 plus 5, we get -4 plus 5, we get 1 here. And then for the third element, -2 into 3 plus 3, so -6 plus 3, we get -3 here. So we continue the process like this and we get the values here. And after we finish row 2 we go to row 3, because we can see here we have 1, we have to make this one 0. So minus row 1 plus row 3, -1 plus 1, we get 0 here. Then -2 plus 0, we get -2 here. Then -3 plus 8, we get 5 here. Then -1 plus 0, we get -1 here. Then -0 and 0, we get 0 here. And here 0 plus 1, we get 1 here. So we have got our first leading one, and below that leading one we got the zeros. So we have to start with the second leading one here, which is this one, and we can see to make this leading one below the elements of leading one 0, we have to multiply 2 with row 2 and then add row 3. So if we do that, 2 into row 2, there is 0, 2 into 0 0, and we add 0, we get 0 here. Then 2 into 1, and we get -2 here, so 2 minus 2, we get 0 here. So we got our 0 here, but we will not stop here, we will have to continue through the rows. So 2 multiply -3 plus 5, we get 1 here. So we'll continue the process for these 3 elements also. And for the third leading one, which is this one, we have to make this not -1, we have to make this +1. So to make that, we multiply it with -1, so minus R3, which is minus into -1, we get 1 here. So you got our leading one. And for the next step, to make all the elements below this leading one zeros, to make that we have to multiply 3 with row 3, 3 with row 3, and add row 2. So here we can see 3 into 0 plus 0, we get 0. then 0 plus 1 we get 1, then 3 plus 3 we get 0, then we continue the process with these elements also. 5 multiply 3 plus 5 multiply 3 plus 2 we get 13 here, then 3 multiply minus 2, then we add plus 1 we get minus 5, then 3 multiply with minus 1 and plus 0 we get minus 3 here. So then we go to our next step. Here we can see like we are continuing the process to find the reduced to echelon form. In here we found the row echelon form up to this step, and then we'll continue the process to find the reduced to echelon form. So to make that, here we can see so minus 3 R3 plus R1 we get R1. So we are making this one here leading, and we have to make all the elements above it zeros. So if we multiply minus 3 with R3 and add R1 we get R1 0, and we'll continue the process like that. Here you can see in here, to make this leading one and elements above it 0, we multiply the row 2 by minus 2 and then add R1 we get the R1. So this is a reduced to echelon form for this matrix, and we can see here we satisfy the condition. We have the identity matrix in the left hand side and the values of A inverse in the right hand side. So these are the values for our A inverse, and to check if our answer is correct or not, we multiply A with our values from A inverse, and see that if we get a matrix like the form of identity, and if we find the multiplication of this A and A inverse to be an identity matrix of 3 by 3, then we can say that our procedure was correct and our values are all right for the A inverse of 3 by 3 matrix. So that's all for this tutorial, and it's not that much tough if you practice a bit. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.